Hi there. Welcome to Introduction to Peacemaker Society. My name is Marcel Bessette and I am one of the co-founders to this society. The reason we're doing this video is really to share with you the people we're going to be working with who are going to represent us in different areas throughout Canada as well as around the world, so you can truly understand who Peacemaker Society is, what we stand for, the programs we're introducing, as well as our legal standing, why we're able to do what we do, and also where you stand in your role. And it's very crucial for everyone associated with our society, which we want to welcome you, is to have everyone really tuned into the same vision, and that's what this is really for. So I'm going to go through a brief outline. I'm just going to read off my notes here a little bit as I go. What we're going to cover is we're going to go through our society disclaimers. We're going to go through who is Peacemaker Society as a society, our declaration to the world, a three-pronged solution, which you'll find out what that is in a few minutes, the vision for our public awareness team, the budgets that result from that, the funding that's going to pay for our programs and where that comes from, our advocacy program, our Advocate Patrol program, and we'll get into that in a few minutes, our credibility documents and organizations that we're working for, things that let you know that we are sincere and recognized with others in the community that you probably already know. We're going to be going through our past charitable efforts, as well as our society oath and an explanation of that oath, what that means for each member, what that means to you, what it means with our relationship with the public. And that's for those who become a full sworn member. You don't necessarily have to though, but it is a choice. What makes our society legal and lawful, our paperwork that we've served that allows us to exist. Some writings that our society has done, as well as myself being one of the founding members, that again show our heart and our vision, and will let you see and feel exactly who we are and what we stand for. We're going to get into Canada and as a corporation, which we'll get into that, the different types of law, and where and how Peacemaker Society fits into those types of law. And then other nations that exist, and just to give a little more oversight to the overall view of international law and nations and societies and how that all works. So I guess the last thing I'll touch on before we go on to the first segment, which will be our society disclaimers and who is Peacemaker Society, is just to really thank you for taking the time to care, for taking the time to learn and hear our vision. One other thing I'll mention before we dive into this is we're going to be covering a lot of information. Some of it you may feel a little overwhelmed. That's why we're doing this in different segments, so you can watch each one in its own, allow it to absorb, write down questions you have. Feel free to email us if I don't cover something that you have a question on. It's very important for your own understanding to be clear as you go forward, depending on the role you're playing. This is a general training video. Obviously, in our discussions, we'll go into things more specifically. Again, this video is really designed for anyone that's going to be representing our society, basically anywhere. So you understand who we are. It's very important, and let's get into it. So this is the end of an introduction to Peacemaker. We'll pick up segment 1 in a moment.